Hi, I'm Mrs. Tierney. I teach JAG, which stands for Jobs for America's Grad, that goes over employability skills, like building resumes and getting a job for after high school.
Recommend your class to the students of high school and why?
I definitely would recommend my class to high school juniors and seniors. My class goes over a lot of the things that you'll need to know in your future. So we talk about building resumes, filling out job applications, doing job interviews. And then on top of that, we also go over financial literacy things. So like we work on building a budget, doing retirement plans, doing your taxes, things like that. So those are all really important things for high school students to know as they're getting ready to get out of high school.
Why do others like your class so much?
I think that my students like my class because it's a little bit different than some of your other classes. I try to gear my classes towards what my students want. So a lot of times it's kind of like a mental break for them. So if they're really stressed out one day, maybe we'll do a mental health day where we...
What are some perks of taking this class?
So some of the main perks are going to be those skills that you're going to use in your future. You're going to have a resume built already. You're going to have a cover letter. You're going to have gone through a few different mock interviews. So you'll be prepared for getting out into the workforce. Also, I feel like my class helps you to build your confidence. So we do a little bit of public speaking every now and then in a very comfortable environment, so that when you do have to maybe do that in a different class or do that when you get out into the real world, you're a lot more confident and comfortable in those things.
My name is Mrs. Snyder, and I have education professions class where we have juniors and seniors that can take these classes. They get to help with the teachers and the different school buildings. And there's also dual credit education professions where students can take these as juniors and seniors and get college credit through Ivy Tech. I also have work-based learning, and that's the internship program where students can go out into the community and work throughout the school day.
Would you recommend your class to students of the high school and why?
Yes, absolutely. I think I have something for everybody in my classes because I have education professions, which is for any student that's interested in becoming a teacher. And you can take that as a junior and as a senior. And we also have dual credit classes for juniors and seniors. And then I also have work-based learning, which is just for seniors, but you can do an internship in any career with that program.
Why do others like your class so much?
I think it gives the students a lot of independence because they're able to work with teachers and they're able to work out in the community. And it's not the typical classroom setting.
What are some perks of taking your class?
Some perks of taking the class, well, you're going to get some career experience. You're definitely going to have references for your future career. And if you're looking at the education classes like education professions, then you're going to see a lot about how teaching really works from behind the scenes.
I'm Mrs. Masterson, and I teach classes in what we call the FACS department, which stands for Family and Consumer Sciences. We offer Intro to Culinary Arts, a food science class where we kind of talk more about chemical makeup of foods and how things work together. And then I also teach child development, which is babies. So when you see people with the electronic babies that they get to take home for a few days, that's our child development class. And we're still looking at what next year's going to look like, but I also teach a nutrition and wellness class for the 8th graders.
Would you recommend your class to students of high school and why?
Absolutely. So I always say that the classes that I teach are skills that everybody can use. It doesn't matter if you're going to go to college after high school or straight to the workforce or to the military or trade school. The skills that we learn in my classes are things that can be used no matter where you're going.
Why do others like your class so much?
Because we eat a lot. Everybody always says, they take my class because we get to eat. I do teach the culinary classes, so there's a lot of food involved, but I don't feed you, I teach you how to feed yourself.
Some perks of taking this class.
The work that we do is very hands-on, so we spend a lot of time in the kitchens, we do projects. My intro to culinary classes, I think we only do one test all semester, pen and paper test, so that's definitely a perk. But it's just kind of a change of pace and a different type of environment than most of the traditional classes.